Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect. I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok.
I don't got a problem with Kim. I got a problem with the people around Kim that are making decisions for my kids. That clip right there had the internet split down the middle because Kanye West just went on record, again, about how his children are being raised. And this time, it wasn't some late-night tweet storm or a deleted Instagram rant. This time, the focus landed directly on North West and what's been happening on her social media. North West is 11 years old and has been running a TikTok account that has millions of followers, millions of views, and absolutely zero filter. And look, before anyone jumps in with, "She's just a kid having fun," let's be honest, some of the content that's gone up on that page has made even her biggest supporters pause. We're talking about lives where she's cursing, calling out family members, doing makeup tutorials that don't exactly scream supervised, and posting things that had comment sections flooded with one question: where's her mother? And that's where this gets messy, because Kim Kardashian has publicly positioned herself as the hands-on parent, the one who's present, the one who's managing the day-to-day. But Kanye has been saying for years now that he doesn't agree with how things are being handled. And the internet? The internet is starting to wonder if maybe he had a point all along. So let's rewind to where this latest wave started. A few weeks ago, North hopped on a TikTok live that immediately started trending, and not for a good reason. She was on camera acting erratic, saying things that had viewers genuinely uncomfortable, and at one point, people in the comments were literally begging for an adult to step in. One comment said it straight up: "This child is performing for strangers on the internet and nobody in that house seems to care." And that wasn't even the first time. Before that, there was a live where North was filming herself in a car, talking to the camera like she was a full-grown influencer doing a Q&A. She was answering questions from random people in the chat, giving opinions, cracking jokes that honestly didn't land the way an 11-year-old probably thinks they do. And the reaction was immediate. People started clipping it, reposting it, and tagging Kim Kardashian directly, asking her what exactly the game plan was. Now here's what Kim did. She jumped into one of North's lives in real time and shut it down. Just cut it off. And a lot of people praised her for that. Said, "See, she is monitoring." But then people started asking a different question. Why did it get to that point in the first place? Because if you're monitoring your child's account, that means you saw the content before it blew up. That means you had access the whole time. And if the only reason you stepped in was because the backlash got loud enough, that's not parenting. That's damage control. But it doesn't stop there, because this isn't the first time Kanye has raised concerns about how his kids are being presented online. Back during the height of the divorce, he publicly said that he didn't want North on TikTok, period. He said it on Instagram. He said it in interviews. He made it very clear that he felt an 11-year-old, well, she was 9 at the time, had no business being on a platform where grown adults could interact with her in real time. And what happened? The account stayed up. The content kept coming. And Kim's team released statements saying that North's social media was being supervised by an adult at all times. Which, okay? But supervised by who? And supervised how? Because the content that's been going up doesn't exactly scream parental oversight. And here's where it gets complicated. Because Kanye and Kim are not co-parenting from the same playbook. That much has been obvious for years. Kim comes from a family that built an empire on social media. That's her world. That's her business model. Sharing your life online isn't just normal to the Kardashians. It's the family trade. But Kanye has made it clear, more than once, that he doesn't want that world for his kids, especially North. He said it during the Drink Champs interview. He said it on Lex Fridman's podcast. He's brought it up in songs. The man has not been quiet about this. And every single time, the public narrative was the same. Kanye's being difficult. Kanye's being controlling. Kanye needs to let Kim parent. But now people are looking at what North is posting and going, wait, maybe he wasn't being difficult. Maybe he was trying to protect her. One Reddit thread put it like this: "We spent 2 years calling Kanye crazy for not wanting his kid on the internet, and now we're watching that exact kid embarrass herself online while her mom films it. Who was right?" And that's the thing. That comment had thousands of upvotes. It wasn't a fringe opinion. People are genuinely reconsidering who was looking out for North this whole time. Now, let's talk about something that doesn't get brought up enough. Because this isn't just about social media rules and screen time. This is about two parents with fundamentally opposite worldviews trying to raise a child who, by all accounts, has a personality bigger than both of them combined. Northwest is loud, she's expressive, she's opinionated, she's artistic, and multiple people who've been around her, including family friends and even some of the Kardashian-adjacent circle, have said that her personality is way more Kanye than Kim. She's got that unfiltered energy, that creative impulsiveness, that I'm gonna do what I want attitude. And in the right environment, with the right guidance, that energy could be incredible. But here's the problem. If you take a kid with that kind of personality and you put her on a public platform with millions of strangers watching, without structure, without boundaries, without someone actively shaping how she channels that energy, what you get is chaos. And that's exactly what people have been watching unfold. Kim's approach has been to let North express herself. And on paper, that sounds great. But in practice, express yourself on TikTok when you're 11 years old and the daughter of two of the most famous people on the planet does not look like self-expression. It looks like a kid who doesn't have anyone telling her where the line is. And Kanye's approach, at least from everything he's said publicly, is that the line should be clear. No TikTok, no unsupervised lives, no putting your child in front of the internet and hoping for the best. And whether you agree with everything Kanye's done or said over the last 5 years or not, a lot of people are starting to admit that on this one specific issue, he might have been right. And the fans are not staying quiet about it. One comment under Kim's most recent post said, "You're so worried about your brand that you forgot you're raising a whole human being." Another one said, "North is going to grow up and resent every single one of these videos." And then there was this one, and this honestly stuck with me. Someone wrote, "The saddest part is that North doesn't even know she's embarrassing herself. She thinks this is normal, because nobody in her life has told her it's not." That one hit different, because that's the core of it, right? North is a kid. She doesn't know what's appropriate content and what isn't. She doesn't understand algorithms or virality or the fact that what she posts at 11 is going to follow her forever. That's not her job to understand. That's her parents' job. And right now, it feels like only one of those parents has been trying to pump the brakes. And look, let's be real. None of us know what's actually happening behind closed doors. We don't know the custody arrangement details. We don't know what Kim says to North off camera. We don't know what Kanye's day-to-day involvement actually looks like. But here's what we do know. We know what's being posted. We know how the public is reacting. And we know that every time Kanye raised a concern about his daughter being on the internet, he was dismissed, called unstable, called controlling. And now the very thing he warned about is playing out in real time, on camera, for millions of people to watch. Because until both of them are on the same page, truly on the same page, about what North should and shouldn't be doing online, this cycle is going to keep repeating. And the only person who loses in that situation isn't Kim. It isn't Kanye, it's North. And that's the part that keeps sticking. Because the way things are going right now, this story doesn't feel like it's anywhere close to being over. But I want to know what you think. Do you think Kim is doing enough to protect North online? Or do you think Kanye's been right this whole time and people just didn't want to hear it? And honestly, do you think North's going to look back at this content one day and thank her mom for letting it happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.